mention a Swayamvara.
I don't
Swayamvara
see
means
any out
like
there.
the princess actually gets to choose whoever they
Must
Yeah,
want.
they're here.
Stand in the zone.
And normally you
Yeah, they're
don't
coming
have a
from
contest
two
like
sides, yep.
this necessarily. So sometimes there are
Remember, our
contests.
zone. Let's take the left side of this pillar as well.
There's a famous example of a contest in the Mahabharata, which is another epic. But the whole point of princesses and people of this
Dude,
family, the women got to choose who they want among a pool of pre-vetted. I suppose they have to be kings or whoever. They would come to this.
They're popping guardians.
Area
Oh shit, I'm
where
new.
Sort of like.
Get into the zone.
Not
Just
speed
try to fucking
dating.
fight
What is
together.
that show? Like, you choose among
Try
a
to flip
pool,
it.
sort of like that. So they actually would get to choose.
They're saying look up, look up.
Occasionally,
There's
there
people
are
on the tree or
stories
whatever.
of, women actually proposing to the man, which is less frequent. But regardless, they would
Dude, why
actually
can't I
have a
fucking shadow
choice.
strike to that
But
guy?
here, the way it is presented here is that the father decides how. That was quite interesting. So it sets a pretty extraordinary challenge, which is quite interesting. It's a little different from how many of the other stories are about being opposed to.
Yeah, they got a major button I can't
But
fucking
I
get
think you
through.
highlighted the Urmila Sita example interestingly. She didn't go, why did
Nice.
Sita go? It is not expected that women will follow necessarily. In this particular case, Sita did.
I need to go deep. I gotta get the damage taken, bro.
One could argue that she sacrificed. After all, Rama and Sita could be together.
Oh,
Lakshmana
like a
could
great
not
sorted.
be because- And he also didn't think about how his wife would feel. He was all about his wife.
Dude, they got smokes all over that place. Just do the majority of our fucking load.
Yeah, there's some spawn camping.
I also did an essay, and for my main
Let's not
thesis,
push too far off the
I
stairs.
basically
Let's
said
hold the
that
stairs.
the Ramayana
But,
had
come
more
stairs.
Yeah, be
main
careful at 3, be
lessons,
careful at 3. We
was,
got some rats up there.
basically how good triumphs over evil, dharma, morality and ethics, and
Oh, they're
symbolism.
gone.
So for the good
We're
versus
much not up
evil,
the stairs.
I said there were multiple points where the reader sees good versus evil. One
I'll
example
DPS
was
on
when
the staircase.
Rama
Blow it up
was
if you
basically
can.
portrayed as the ultimate good, and like he has traits of nobleness, virtuosity,
Oh,
and
they've got some
righteousness.
fucking losers at Portal 3.
You
I'm
see
going
him
to
face
spawn
like
Portal 1.
demons, Ravana, on multiple occasions. He faces the demoness Shurapan.
It's a tank.
I think that's how
Anyway,
it's pronounced.
it's fine.
Which is another example of good
I'll
overcome
fix that
evil.
fucking cooldown.
And Ravana, who is basically the big bad, or the epitome of evil, which we see throughout the entire story through his various crimes. And in the end, he ultimately overcomes that evil, and which again shows good.
Let's not chase out. We're out way too fucking far.
And I said that this can
They
kind
come
of be
from the
applied to
backside, like we
modern
can't even
times
react in
with,
time.
that,
Get back.
especially in
Y'all
current
want those
times, we
kills.
see like countless evils, like
Yeah,
multi-billion
you take
dollar
some more damage.
CEOs, war, and corrupt government officials. I said that it's kind of hard to think about how good you kind of can overcome evil
Actually,
when you
no, we
see
can keep
evil
fighting again.
almost
Just like
every corner of the planet nowadays. Especially with current events, I don't think I have to do much more on that.
Alright, I'm gonna stop fighting at that tank.
I think the lesson that the Ramayana kind of trays
Main
is to
Zerg is
always
over
hold
here.
out hope and always be a good person.
Portal 2?
Because good does
Oh,
always,
where am I?
overcome
Where am
evil.
I?
Yeah.
So as long as you
Portal 2.
keep the straight path to be a good person, it'll turn out okay, even with how badly everything seems. The next point I
And that
talked about
shit
was
this time
Dharma.
so far.
And like others have said, Dharma is a big talking point in the Ramayana. In my opinion, Dharma was most apparent in Rama,
Dude, this guy's so. I hate healers.
which is in
man.
one example when he was exiled to
oh, I got no MP.
Hei.
I'm going to the milk
That's
corner.
how you pronounce it. Who reminded King
The corner in the back of the point.
that he gave her 2 boons despite being
They're charging
an egregious
point right now.
wish to exile
Wow.
Rama.
Whatever just fucking hit me
Um,
did so much.
and despite being rightful heir to the throne, Rama gracefully
annoying,
and
bro.
was humble in accepting his father's
Don't say
decision and willingly went into exile, even though he was supposed to be.
Okay,
the
do
next
not spawn portal 3.
Another
gonna
example
burn to death,
of
dude.
Dharma was when Sita was abducted by Ravana.
Yeah, spawn portal 1.
Rama showed unwavering resolve and commitment to rescuing Sita, especially when most others would just give up after not being able to find Sita.
I'm not doing shit.
And Sita also showed Rama with her firm loyalty to Rama despite being captured by Rama and being held in captivity.
I wish they turned team color.
Another great example was when Hanuman
This team is
was
pissing me
very
off.
consistent in his loyalty with
Why?
Rama, despite the massive amounts of risk and danger, and even being captured and shot by an arrow. He still had immense loyalty to Rama. The next thing I'll talk about is
I agree with
the
that. Just the
battle of morality and ethics in Ramayana. There are many examples. One again being King
totally makes sense to
Dashratha
me.
exiling his son, even though he didn't want to. He had to because he was upholding his promise, which is his own ethics in keeping promises. Another example would be Rama's kindness to those who have wronged him. He lets them repent and basically not immediately punishing them, but letting them think about their actions, which is what we see with Rama a lot throughout the story. And my last point, I also mentioned that there was symbolism, which we also
That's
again see a lot through the Ramayana. One instance was when we saw the golden deer in the forest with Sita, Lakshmana, and Rama. And the golden deer kind of symbolizes deceit and temptation,
Well, I'm
which Sita
saying.
falls for. And yeah, it's just
Oh
temptation.
god.
And another example of symbolism was Rama
I guess they're
again,
pretty strong.
who
I don't
represented
think I did too
righteousness,
much about
humanity,
them. But they're also not
and
grouping up like
nobleness.
massively.
And
Still very spread out. Do not spawn portal 3. Those are your teams again. So you didn't see
and
that
then yeah,
like
and then I recap everything by saying
Portal 1's clear, but there's
that
people in
Tale of
front of it.
Ramayana was a great story,
It's a
and
long
it kind of included the
movie.
4 main lessons, which is good triumphs over evil, dharma, and morality and ethics,
You're fucking
and
right, dude.
symbolism. And in all, the
Oh my god.
story was
Yeah,
bravery with many lessons to take from and that
You got
are
it.
able to apply to modern times.
622.
Till today.
Shit stat.
And that was my
Yeah, portal 1 is
Yeah, they're being
clear.
dickheads on 3.
Okay, so I also did an
Well,
essay.
Fucking tornado that person,
I was
fucking
part of the St.
tornado.
Mary's ethics team, so I think I gravitated towards kind of the virtues and qualities that the different characters exhibited. So I mainly focused on the theme of loyalty, humility, and collaboration. And I really felt like Dharma was expressed through these virtues.
They've got a
So
pretty
first I
substantial
kind of,
group of
tied it
people in the
into,
backside of the point. If we can
again, like kind
start
of
focusing
given the
our
ethics
damage
background,
on them.
I tied it to Aristotle's virtue
There's like an
theory,
assortment of people, it's not just
covered
names.
in our business ethics class as well. But
Do not do
so
what
I
Lucy's
found out
doing,
that
do it
you know,
in front of people in
although
these
there's no
groups.
direct evidence that Aristotle was directly influenced by Aristotle,
Wow,
I felt
bro.
like there were a lot of
I'm actually
comparisons
super
and
into
parallels
this
to that.
people.
And so really that provided like the ethical foundation, you know, worldwide,
boy, could I get some-
combined with the
I'll just
Ramayana,
use
so I
yours.
felt there was a
Hello.
huge connection there.
Oh, wait.
So first I have a lot of examples, so
Thank
I'll
you.
really just like briefly go through it. So first, for loyalty, kind of talked about Lakshmana, of course, you know, accompanying Rama into the exile and kind of remaining, you know, by his side like the rest of the story. I have a quote here, dear brother,
thank
I'll
you for
come
you.
into this monster
can
and
stand
save
there.
yourself, on page 177, and I
Okay,
felt
we're
like
good.
that really,
It's just one fucking guy.
showed the unwavering devotion by
Get him
Lakshmana.
off you, man.
And of course, we've touched on his loyalty. I kind of
I'm trying
felt like
to
sometimes
protect
like her idealistic virtues kind of took a backseat to Rama's. I felt like he overshadowed some of it sometimes. But I kind of get more in depth there. But for the sake of time, I think I'll keep going.
Maybe my stacks are gonna turn elsewhere.
And then Rama's loyalty, I kind of, I wanted to show that like he's not the
There's still
only
no
one. Like
grouping,
he's
so I
not
can't do
just
anything.
receiving loyalty, but he's also giving it as
Oh,
well.
I'm stepping
And
out.
I also
I'm trying to find you, Koya. I'm right behind you.
talked about his relationship with the king Dasharatha, and how he not
Oh my
only
God.
like fulfilled
Behind
his
us, there's a
father's
fucking dude
wishes
just
and
nuked my ass.
being loyal to his father, but also just kind of living up to like the family
hurt, right?
expectation that you're a person of high integrity and you're
Oh my God. Yeah,
and then
that
there's a quote
speed
on
player
page
has
10
about the same HP as me.
where
I
in
think
one
I
of the
just realized
stanzas
I
it
have
said
some
Rama
speed.
is the personification of integrity, and I really felt like that that helped tie that in.
Yeah.
Moving on to humility, I really kind of contrasted Rama's humility versus Ravana's. Let's see.
I'm telling you, moves.
I felt like the sign of Rama's humility, I felt like with his upbringing,
Oh my
you know,
God, dude.
he kind of like had
I'm about to
these
flip
elements
out.
that could have made him really egotistical and maybe, a little bit more self-centered and, personal.
Look how like fucking.
I thought one example
what
of how
reason?
he is humble
You got a
and he
fucking
experiences
Ravager on you?
self-doubt, like,
Fuck you.
most humans do. Was,
Fuck
just
you.
the fact that Rama kept having to visit him.
What do you
and
have for
remind him
kills?
of, him being more
7.
Vishnu and to just kind of
Okay.
like help him refocus on the mission at hand. And then Ravana.
Targeting in this game
go into
is
this a little
fucking
bit, but,
shameful, dude.
Of course, like he's
It
driven by
is.
ego and greed, and he.
I click on somebody right in front of me and I throw a spear 8,000 feet behind me. And they're like, what?
For, advice and like a plan. He like doesn't, it was like the 11th hour, but he doesn't exactly like take the advice that he received.
Side.
So it's just kind of like a disconnect of like his words and his actions.
Me. Oh.
So the last theme focused on collaboration and connection.
Really good at swapping spawns.
Which
at
is,
times.
mainly through the alliances he had throughout the story. So I go into, Hanuman's role, Jatayu's role, and then Shulman's role more in depth. And so just I just focused on the loyalty, humility, and collaboration, and just kind of expanded on those ideas.
Group I've seen this whole time, and it's like 3 fucking people.
Yes. I will.
Except for me just running to the front.
Sorry, my camera's acting a little weird.
Oh, that Gabi Maru guy is the person who was doing
I wrote a
things.
short story, a short skit about a
I was
CEO
with it.
and how CEOs have a dilemma with his company, and they are polluting the water reservoir in their local
He
town,
disappeared.
causing people to get sick. But the company also provides a lot of jobs for people that live there, so
Of course,
the
it's
CEO kind of has to deal with the personal dilemma of choosing between
I just ran
the
out to
company
fucking
and
use my
the people.
shit and fucking
And-
two people.
I think that's the reason why I chose to write this skit. Like
Okay,
this, was
here's the
because I
fucking
wanted to
kills.
take a
No, I'm up to 13.
more
I
modern,
just went up
Oh,
6 kills.
shit, we might get fucked up here.
personal.
No!
That I
Yeah,
saw
for a second I
enough
stopped
to
worrying about the perimeter. I was just
fill my family.
chucking spears at the fucking tanks.
I just kind of
Man, I want to do another one. This one fucking pissed me off. Oh my god.
Negro.
it's a short skit, but basically the CEO has a meeting with
I got 2 more kills.
representatives, and then they discuss
7 and
what
16 years.
should
Yeah, I got 6 of them.
From a creator
Damn.
comes in and it kind of pressures them to make a decision.
I only did 691,000 damage.
Because like, if they don't make that decision, a lot of people either lose their jobs or
It was barely a million.
so
No, we
then
have two
the
1.2.
CEO decides to shut down the factory entirely.
That was dumb.
But he also kind of but he also works to like receive financial support for the families that already work for the company. So then
That was pretty
it kind of
boring.
gives them the kind
Yeah,
of-
that was awful. I want to do another one.
there isn't any argument much of a loss.
Bring back No Mercy.
Yeah, that one was more fun.
Yeah.
I mean, my shit looked bad there too, Quinn. I didn't fucking
So
do
in your
any
opinion,
damage.
was
You
he
had no fucking kills.
like? What do you
Didn't
think
do
about
shit.